Ripple XRP, Blackrock gives the green light, and we have some big news about JP Morgan. It's all smoke and mirrors. Yes, they are buying cryptocurrency behind your back, and I have some recent proof as to why I think they are doing that. We also have some big news about an accounting rule that has changed, to which corporations can now accumulate cryptocurrency, and we also have some big news as to how governments will be able to use Ripple for their CBDCs and why they would even use them as well. In addition to this, we will be looking at the price action for both XRP and XLM coin. All I ask from you are two things, which is to smash that like button and to subscribe to the channel as well. So the first bit of news that we have is Blackrock giving the green light. Now this piece of news relates to the fact that the Fed have spoken about the interest rates and they have currently decided to take a pause. Now what does this mean? Well, what actually happened is that Jerome Powell said that they are pleased with the progress on inflation and it's likely that they will not hike further. And we also saw this back in November where we did not see a further rate hike. And the Fed Reserve has now left interest rates unchanged again, which I personally think is bullish news. However, we could potentially see some other possible drawbacks that goes with this. But looking forward to 2024, and we could potentially see an interest rate cut, and we may actually go to 4%. That's not set in stone yet. This is just my current prediction, as we currently have an interest rate of 5.25%. So again, good news for us. And now this piece of news has come in saying that JP Morgan has tripled its internal crypto team, all while its CEO bashes Bitcoin. Watch what they do, not what they say. So as we know, Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, has said a few years ago that Bitcoin was a fraud, and he also said that he would shut down crypto if he were the government. And so now look at who is a hypocrite, as he has decided to triple his internal crypto team. Now we don't actually know what this means. Does it mean that they are investigating and doing research on blockchain technology and its benefits? Who really knows, right? But again, why would you invest into cryptocurrency if you don't believe it? I believe that it's all smoke and mirrors with JP Morgan, and they're possibly one of the biggest fraudsters ever, and they definitely don't want the freedom to the people like us who own cryptocurrency. So again, this is one of the situations where it's like, I told you so, and don't listen to them, but watch what they do. So some key findings that we have with regards to CBDCs and why governments will be using Ripple's technology in order to issue their CBDCs. Well, we've got some stats over here, and it says 38% of central banks said financial inclusion was a primary motivation for pursuing a CBDC, all from emerging markets. 41% of central banks expect to have launched a CBDC by 2028, so only 5 years to go. 46% of central banks said low adoption was their biggest concern when considering a CBDC, but only 21% intend to work with marketing advisors. 17% of central banks are aiming to decrease the share of cross-border trade settled in dollars. 72% of central banks are unsure that blockchain or distributed ledger technology will be used in future payment systems. $11 trillion was transacted in stablecoins in 2022, and 47% of central banks believe interlinking fast payments systems is the most promising avenue to solve issues in cross-border payments. And so we know that Ripple are currently in talks with dozens of governments by now in order for them to use that technology so that they can issue their CBDCs, and they have also managed to successfully have their CBDC pilot program completed with the Republic of Palau. And so again, I only believe that this is pretty good news for us, considering the fact that just under half of central banks expect to have launched a CBDC by 2028, and so we will be seeing more utility on that end. And now in terms of the new accounting rule, what has happened is that the FASB is now officially said that they will be adopting fair value accounting for Bitcoin, and fair value just basically means the rational and unbiased estimate of the potential market price of an asset, and that is how things are valued within accounting. And we have the former president of PayPal and co-founder and CEO of Lightspark saying that you may think that this is a small accounting change that doesn't mean much, but it's actually a big deal. This removes a large obstacle standing in the way of corporations holding Bitcoin on their balance sheet. 2024 will be a landmark year for Bitcoin. So as we know, when it comes to accounting, we have the balance sheets for corporations, and this means that they will be able to hold and actually put Bitcoin onto their balance sheet as an asset. So it's good news from the FASB. Now before we look at the price action, let's just have a look at this article. It says over here that Swift completes a successful test of a global trade interoperability solution, and it goes to show that Swift is currently going nowhere as they are still big giants, and that this is in collaboration with BNY Mellon, Deutsche Bank, and 4 electric bills of lading platforms. And with this, Swift has actually developed an API-based EBL interoperability model in collaboration with with its FIT alliance partners and EBL platform providers. And SWIFT has been able to successfully demonstrate that financial institutions could exchange EBL across multiple trade platforms using their existing SWIFT connectivity. So again, remember that interoperability is being able to go across many ledgers or platforms, and SWIFT has been able to successfully do that. So this goes to show that SWIFT is still on board and they are still being used. Now the price of XRP coin is currently up by 4.42% on the 1-day chart. We are trading at 63 cents. We are down by 4.47% on the volume, and we are currently trading at $1.4 billion in volume. So if we have a look to see what has happened on the day, you'll see over here that we started off at that 62-cent level, and then we managed to slowly climb to 63 cents. Now, what did I say before? When we were hitting that 60-cent level, I was saying that we could potentially go to a support level of 59 cents, or we could possibly climb back up to 63 cents, where the price could comfortably be. That's exactly why I expect XRP coin to be at 63 cents. The next price target for XRP is 65 cents. And the Stellar XLM coin is currently up by 4.71% on the 1-day chart. We are trading at 0.1262, so we are in that 12-cent level. We are down by 3.27% on the 24-hour volume, and we are trading at $91 million. If we have a look at the 1-day chart, you'll see over here we were in that mid-range for 12 cents, and then we only had a slight dip, but again, we are still pretty good with the price action, and we are above that 12-cent mid-range. For the 7-day chart, we are up by 1.18%. The lowest that we actually went to was that 0.1199 level, but we bounced back from it, and again, you can see that nice little upside. So it would be good if we could stay above 12 cents for XLM coin. Guys, if you want daily XRP and XLM coin news, subscribe to the channel and like the video as well.